we had met in California, in San Francisco. And so originally we were thinking, okay, that makes sense. We should get married around the Bay Area. And then when we started looking at venues around there, honestly, there was just so many restrictions. Like, you can only serve wine and beer. You have to pack everything up by 10 p.m. You have to bring everything in because it's like, they're very big about protecting nature and landscape. And so we were like, I think for this price and for what we can get something like way better in France. I was like, I bet we can get married in a castle in France for like what we would get for a fraction of the value in San Francisco. So actually that's what then we just went to Google and we looked for weddings at castles in France, and Château Challain came up for us. So it was one of the first. I think Cynthia was one of the first people we reached out to.
Talked to Cynthia, right away almost, yeah.
And she was super responsive. She, walked us through the packages. We were really excited to see everything that was included in it, and we fell in love with just the way the castle looked. We saw a bunch of chateaus that we were like, okay, we shouldn't like land on the first thing, that we see. So we did a little bit of shopping around, comparing like, okay, other chateaus, but nothing really compared to Challain. So that's how we ended up here.
So a lot of people in my family in particular, this was their first trip to Europe. And what better place to have them come and enjoy a wonderful venue and setting like Château Challain. And I was so excited that this was the reason that they were finally going to make the trip overseas. And once they did that, everybody kind of made a whole trip of it. And either they started their trip with our big celebration, which we love, or they're ending their trip with the big celebration. And I couldn't ask for anything more than the people who were willing to travel and celebrate with us. There's no man or woman left behind. The whole experience here, they made sure every single person was accounted for. And even if they were forgotten, they chased the train down or chased the bus down to make sure they made it back. So the service of this place and just making sure everything was so spectacular.
Everyone went out of their way to make it such a seamless experience for us, truly.
I think that was probably special treat with being able to do the ceremony outside. We thought we were going to have to be indoors, and with a big group, we were honestly a little bit nervous about it being split between the two rooms. But as soon as we saw the weather, we made the last minute game time decision, and Cynthia made it come to life like nothing else. And we were just so impressed with how everything kind of fell into place with a day of planning to go outside. And so, it was truly a magical setting with the chandeliers, the lights, the flowers, everything was just beautiful. The thing that took me by surprise was we didn't know the carriage ride was coming, and I don't think anybody knew that. And so when Emily showed up there, that just kind of added a cherry on top of all the special moments. And yeah, the whole ceremony was really great. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, it was really magical. I didn't even know that I was going to be arriving on a horse and carriage. And right before that, so the bridal wedding party procession was about to happen, she whispers, "Hey, I have a surprise for you. Like, would you like to enter on a horse and carriage? It's right outside. And would you and your dad be open to that?" And I said, absolutely. There's no other answer to that question. And so, yeah, it even came as a surprise to me, but a welcome one. And I think it added a really nice touch to already like a fairy tale wedding.
They make it so easy here.
She gave us a directional, like, hey, what do you think about organizing the tables this way or the other way? But otherwise, she picked out all the decor and like the flowers, the table setup. It came out beautifully. everybody gave us compliments, and I was like, I think you should be complimenting Cynthia for all of her hard work.
All we really did was give a couple photos and a color palette and the flowers that you liked, and it all just turned out so perfect. So very impressive work by the team here, and we were so happy.